Test it. Check, 1, 2, test, test, test. 1, 2, check, check, 1, 2, test, 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 1, 2, 3. Check, check, 1, 2, test, test, test. 1, 2, 3, check, check, 1, 2. Check, check, 1, 2, test, test, test. 1, 2, 3, check, check.
Test it again here. Test it.
Check, check, 1, 2, test, 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 1, 2, 3. Check, check.
Let me know how you think this sounds. Sounds good to you?
Yeah, and I mean, plus it's kind of hard with the music, because like obviously that's not going to be going during the game. So.
Yeah, so you can kind of mess around with it if you need to. This will pick up wherever it points at. So if you cool, awesome. All right, man, good luck. Let me know if you need anything, all right?
All right, we'll do.
Volleyball matchup between the Judson Eagles and your Rochester University Warriors. Wolverine Hoosier Athletic Conference and the NAIA are committed to maintaining the true spirit of competition in athletics. As such, please do your part by showing respect to every spectator, athlete, coach, and official involved in today's contest. At this time, we will have our pre-match prayer. Father in heaven, we ask your blessing on the game we are about to play. Give each one of us the courage to play this game in a manner which our words and our actions are pleasing to you. Let us enter into this competition in a spirit of sportsmanship with respect for the members of the opposing team. We ask you, Father, to bless each one of us, especially the coaches, officials, parents, and players. Keep us under the protection of your Son, Jesus Christ, and help us be aware of his presence with us in this game today. Amen. At this time, we ask that you would please stand, gentlemen, remove your hats as we honor America and our country with the playing of our national anthem. And now, let's meet the starters for today's match. First, for the Judson Eagles, let's meet the starters for your Rochester University Warriors. Number 3, Madeline Geisenhagen. Number 4, Olivia Francis. Number 5, Charlotte Warren. Number 6, Audrey Soares. Number 12, Haley McConnell. She's not starting. Number 18, Courtney Mack. Number 23, Darcy Bennett. Your head coach is Juliana Goodneck and assistant Dan Henniger.
Hello everyone and welcome to our broadcast of Rochester Warriors Volleyball on the Rochester Sports Network. My name's Stephen McDonald, coming to you live from Garth Pleasant Arena for today's match between the Rochester Warriors and the Judson Eagles. Last time out for the Eagles, it was a 3-0 win against Kuiper College. For the Warriors, come in 0-4 their first home match of the 2023 season. Both teams being led by first-year head coaches. For the Eagles, it's Alyssa Sirowitz. And for the Warriors, Juliana Gutenecht. Checking the starters for both teams as we get set to begin. Olivia Francis, Charlotte Warner, Audrey Soares, Courtney Mack, Darcy Bennon, and Madeline Geisenhaver for the Warriors. Jamilis Fernandez, Kara Wickland, Evelyn Martin, Lindsay Lawler, Emmeline Davey, and Lindsay Paulson for the Eagles. for the Warriors their last time out. A loss to Bethel, Indiana. That was part of the onset tournament at the Allen County War Memorial Coliseum in Fort Wayne. As the Warriors get on the board first. Courtney Mack to serve. And blocked right at the net. But the point goes to the Judson Eagles. Just trying to work it over the top was Darcy Bennon. Bit of a misplay there. Bennon named to the WAC All-Academic team a year ago. Looks like Emily Wiley has subbed in for the Eagles. Coach Gutenecht making sure she has the proper personnel out there before this next serve. Looks like Suarez checks back in. Excellent cross-court shot by Rochester. Pretty even start to our match. Started things out a kill from Courtney Mack. Then Lindsey Paulson for the Eagles. Judson would get their first lead of the afternoon on an attack error from Darcy Bennon. Warriors already with 3 assists here in set 1. Came in with 99 entering today's match. Warriors already playing in their 5th match on the season, just the 3rd for the Eagles. That last play, which looks like the officials are still discussing, went Geisenhaver from Warner. Score in the arena here at Garth Pleasant Arena still showing 2 aside. Something to note as we move throughout our contest this afternoon. Head coach Alyssa Sirowitz is on hand for this match, but will not be participating on the Judson bench. Instead, it will be their graduate assistant, Noah McConville, leading the way for the Eagles. Sirowitz picked up her first win, leading the Eagles last time out, that 3-0 win against Kuiper College. Their next matchup will come this upcoming Wednesday, August 30th at Roosevelt in Chicago, Illinois. For the Warriors, their next match will come Friday, September 1st against Kentucky Christian at the Siena Heights Labor Day Tournament. So again, if you're just joining us here on the Rochester Sports Network, Stephen McDonald here with you. It's the Warriors and the Judson Eagles. It was Courtney Mack that got things started for Rochester. Then Lindsey Paulson from Jomilas Fernandez tied things at 1. An attack error by Darcy Bennon gave the Eagles their first lead of set 1. And then a kill by Olivia Francis from Charlotte Warner tied it at 2. The play, it looks like being discussed, was a kill from Madeline Geisenhaver from Charlotte Warner. So our score in-house still reading 2 aside. So Warner unofficially at the moment with 3 assists so far in set 1. Came in with 48 assists on the season already for the sophomore from Farmington Hills, Michigan. For Geisenhaver, wearing 3 in black this afternoon. Previously had to wear number 32. I was told here pregame from SID Hussein Murray that was a uniform issue that they ran into on their season opening road trip. But back in the number 3 this afternoon for the Warriors. Out from today's match, however, for Rochester is Olivia Mancona, and Haley Mancona, And those are 2 pretty big absences from the lineup for this Rochester team. For Mancona, 30 kills on the year so far, which was first on the team. And for Panicook, had a season-high 10 total attacks against Bethel in their last matchup. Still in a delay on the court between the Warriors and the Eagles. We'll step aside for just a moment, let the officials sort things out. We'll come back for set number 1 between the Judson Eagles and the hosting Rochester Warriors on the Rochester Sports Network. Welcome back on the Rochester Sports Network. From Garth Pleasant Arena, Stephen McDonald here with you. It's the Warriors and the Eagles here on a Saturday afternoon. We've had a stoppage in play, knotted up at 2 early. Looked like they were discussing something over across the court at the scores table. Looks like we have it all figured out. As this ball goes up and out along that back line. Brought to the front. Good job by the Warriors to get on that. Cross-court shot. Sticks it. Looks like that was Lindsey Lawler. Cross-court shot goes. As Mackenzie Kiefer checks back in. Nice set and nice drive. Fernandez to serve. As that ball is played out on Emily Carroll. Fernandez to serve again, a sophomore from Puerto Rico. As Darcy Bennon has had a nice start to the match. Back and forth we go here in set 1. Kara Wickland will serve for Judson. That ball played long by Courtney Mack. Mack got under it. Lawler set it up, but sent it long. Bennon will check out for the Warriors. As they work it into the front. They just found some open space on the other side. Mack gets it over. Eagles on the return. Mack does well getting down to the floor to dig that ball out. Lawler set it up. Nice, easy tap over. Lawler again. That point really set up well by 14 in blue, Lindsay Lawler. Blocked right in front. How about 2 times? And then nice job staying with it, Emily Carroll. Carroll, a transfer from Mott Community College a year ago, appearing in all 30 matches for Rochester last year. Francis and Warner check back in for the Warriors as they trail it by 2 early in set 1. Lawler sends it across, blocked right at the net. Right back in the ball game is Francis. She gets it over. As that ball goes long. And just a rocket over the net. Couldn't be handled. Both teams really battling it out in the early going. Set up well by the Warriors right there in the middle of the court. Nice job getting to it was Costello. But the point goes to the Eagles. Blocked right along that left side. And we'll get a timeout called by the Warriors and head coach Juliana Gutenecht. 13-8 our score. Judson out in front here in set number 1. We'll step aside with the timeout right here on the Rochester Sports Network. Back to the action from Garth Pleasant Arena on the Rochester Sports Network. Stephen McDonald here with you. Warriors and the Eagles in set 1. 13-8 our score. Make it 14-8 out of the timeout. Lawler sets it up, but the Eagles play it long. Emily Wiley subs back in. Wiley hit a season high 6 digs their last match against Kuiper College. Good individual effort by Charlotte Warner to get down to the floor to get that ball, just couldn't keep it in play. Set up by Bennon, just couldn't get it over the net. Able to get the ball over. But again, just too strong on the return. Mackenzie Kiefer comes back in for Rochester, a sophomore from Freeland, Michigan. Waller blocked out. Point to Judson. Fernandez to serve. And her serve goes long. Warriors looking to get something going. Bit of a miscommunication between Lawler and Davey. As that serve goes well long. Wicklund to serve, comes in third on the team in kills. Had 5 against Kuiper College. As she sets to serve again. And just going up and getting a piece of that was Emmeline Davey. Davey, a senior from North Street, Michigan. Tough ball to handle there. And we have another timeout on the floor. We'll take it with them. 21-12. Judson in control of set 1 on the Rochester Sports Network.
Head on over to RochesterWarriors.com/team-store and support your Warriors. Go to RochesterWarriors.com/team-store. Get your Warrior swag on today.
Later stages of set 1 between the Warriors and the Judson Eagles. Eagles leading at 21-12. As Evelyn Martin gets the point. Check that point for the Warriors. Lawler sets it up, blocked out well right in front by the Warriors. But then the ensuing serve goes long. Give that block a moment ago to Suarez. Lawler played up by Costello. A long serve, hard to control as Courtney Mack tried to get to it. Mack, a freshman from Dansville, Michigan, and Dansville High School. Quick touch over the top. Warriors get right on it. Nice job digging that ball out, just couldn't get anything after that. Charlotte Warner to serve for Rochester. Warner had 3 assists in the early going of set number 1. As the Eagles take set 1 by a 25-15 score. Judson Eagles taking set number 1 again, score of 25-15. We'll step aside, take a quick break, come back with set number 2 on the other side on the Rochester Sports Network. just about set for set number 2 between the Rochester Warriors and the Judson Eagles on the Rochester Sports Network. Stephen McDonald here with you. Eagles took set 1 25-15. Eagles had 11 kills in that first set. That's right about their season average so far. Came in just about 10.8 per set. And I mentioned before the break how Warner started out with 3 assists in set 1. She finished set 1 with those 3, had 3 of the 5 Warriors assists in that opening set. First serve goes to Warner. Dug out well by the Warriors and Geisenhaver. Blocked in front. And the first point of set 2 goes to Judson. Dug out well by Costello, keeps it alive. Eagles looking for the return. A blast right at Geisenhaver. And another point to open set 2 for the Judson Eagles. Played by Warner with a drive from Olivia Francis. And the point for Rochester. Ashley Horn comes back in and will serve for Rochester, a freshman from Oxford, Michigan, where she lettered in volleyball and soccer. As this ball goes in her direction. Controlled by Warner. Sent over by Soares. And right in front of the freshman Horn. Just not a lot she could do with that ball. Soares will come out. As it looks like Jassa Ross will see some playing time in set 2. As Darcy Bennon quickly re-enters. Costello to serve, 4-2 in set 2. That last play going Jamilis from Lawler. Kiefer and Carroll back in for Rochester as Kiefer serves. And that's an absolute rocket again right in front of Ashley Horn. Evelyn Martin back in for Judson. Costello gets under this. Eagles looking to attack. Under it was Carroll for the Warriors. Kept alive by Judson. And that ball just snuck across as Bennon tried to get to it, frustrated with herself that she couldn't get to that ball. Judson starting out very strong in set two. Courtney Mack re-enters the match for Rochester. To serve is Geisen Haver. And we have a timeout called. Timeout by the Warriors. And Juliana Guteneck will step aside for just a moment here in set number 2 between the Warriors and the Eagles on the Rochester Sports Network.
Sounds good.
Following the timeout, 9-4 is our score. Eagles in front in set 2, and they lead the match 1-0. As they took set 1 25-15 if you're just joining us on the Rochester Sports Network. Carroll sends it long. First home match of the season for the Warriors this afternoon. As they were on the road for the first 4 games of their season. Following the contest this afternoon, they'll take on Kentucky Christian on September 1st. Lawler sets it up. And the Warriors able to get one on the board. Correction, they changed the call to the Eagles. Kiefer set it up well. Eagles able to keep it alive. Carly Rorath comes in for Rochester. She'll serve. Is that shot sent long? But the officials saying it was tipped off the Warriors. Rorath exits, and Reagan McGregor comes in for her, number 7 in black. Looked like Mack got to that ball. Now Lawler sent over. And long by the Warriors. Carroll got it over for the Warriors. Played up and controlled. But another point to Judson as they begin to run away with set 2. As Lawler serves it into the net. Maybe a break that the Warriors needed there. Lawler came into today's contest over 1,400 career assists, averaging just about 6 per set, has 11 already this afternoon. Costello gets under it. But a point to Judson. Looked like Geisenhaver and Coach Gutenecht wanted an explanation there. Picked up by Mack as she sends it across. Trying to attack and scoring are the Judson Eagles. Looks like Kara Wickland subs out for Judson. Nice, easy tap across. Controlled by Warner to Costello. And then diving to her right was Geisenhaver. Geisenhaver has now started all 5 matches on the year for Rochester and is one of 6 players coming into play today that's appeared in every set so far. Strong cross-court shot. Geisenhaver and Costello met at the ball. Wiley set it up. And a point for Judson. Rochester right now just searching for answers. 19-6 in set number 2. Marquez got it over for the Eagles. And then just played it short into the netting by Olivia Francis. Francis, a senior healthcare management major here at Rochester University. On welcome weekend for the Warriors, students beginning to move onto campus here this morning. They'll also have some events going on around campus here today. Another point for the Eagles. Also new this year in Warriors athletics, the new team store, which you can find at Rochester U Warriors /team-store, as Rochester able to get a point back. You can also follow Rochester Warriors athletics at RU Warriors on Twitter, which is now known as X, and Instagram as well. Same name, both places. Costello sets up Geisenhaver. Lawler on the return. This ball played way high above the court here at Garth Pleasant Arena. And alertly just letting that ball drop in along that back line. Late stages of set number 2 between the Warriors and the Eagles. Eagles coach Alyssa Sierowitz getting her first win as an Eagle their last time out over Kuiper College. For the Warriors, Coach Gutenecht still looking for her first win on the Warriors bench. As we mentioned, top of the broadcast, something to note this afternoon, Coach Sierowitz in attendance this afternoon for the match, but not participating on the Eagles bench. As graduate assistant Noah McConville serving as acting head coach. Kiefer and Carroll re-enter for the Warriors. It'll be Kiefer to serve. As Judson needing just one more point to close out set number 2. Looks like Marquez to serve. As she ends set number 2, 25-9 in set 2 in favor of the Judson Eagles. As they take a 2-0 lead over the Rochester Warriors. We'll step aside, take a quick break, come right back on the Rochester Sports Network. Both teams beginning to make their way back out for set number 3 between the Warriors and the Judson Eagles. Eagles taking the first 2 sets of today's match, the home opener for the Rochester Warriors this afternoon. Warriors will be back in action Friday, September 1st against Kentucky Christian. That's part of the Siena Heights Labor Day tournament. For the Eagles, their next match will be Wednesday, August 30th at Roosevelt in Chicago, Illinois. 25-15 was the score back in set 1. If you're just joining us here on the Rochester Sports Network, Stephen MacDonald here with you. 25-9, Judson in full control in set number 2. As we are just about ready to begin set number 3. Warriors just looking to get something going, and they will do just that, getting the first point of set number 3. Ashley Horn comes back in and will serve. Warriors getting the first point of set 3. And then the ball going into the net. And this is going to be important for the Warriors in this third set. Try to get out in front, get some momentum going, really feel as they do get another point on that serve. Really feel like they just need to get some sort of spark going in this match, and maybe with Horn, this is where it comes from. Lawler gets underneath it. Driving it across was Fernandez. On the return and blocking it out. A 4-0 run for the Warriors now to begin set 3. And again, Horn to serve. Picked up by Costello. Lawler on it once more. And that ends the 4-0 run to begin set 3 by the Warriors. But again, you have to wonder, does that get Rochester going in set 3? Kind of wakes them up a bit. Quick little touch across. Lawler gets back on it for the Eagles. Costello tracking it. And it was mentioned top of our broadcast about noon Eastern time, 2 players not in the lineup today for Juliana Gutknecht, as Panacook and Mancona both sitting out today's match. Costello serves. And playing it long was Ariadna Marquez. Costello, a year ago, was named to the Rochester President's list as she serves it. But the point to Judson, 6-3, as we play on set number 3. Warriors jumped out to that 4-0 advantage in set 3. Costello holds in. Lawler sets it up. Blocked out well by the Warriors. Back row from Horn. Lauren, a freshman defensive specialist for Juliana Gutenek's squad, has played really well in her home debut along that back row. But the Eagles able to find some open space and convert. For Rochester, this is really their first true lead of the match today. Seemingly playing from behind most of the afternoon. That serve goes up and into the netting. The service error going to Alina Romero. 8-4 our score, set number 3, Warriors and the Eagles. It'll be Wicklund to serve. Her team in control of the match so far, but trailing here in set 3. Dyson Haver does well to get to that ball along the back row. Kept alive as it's tapped across. Set up well. That was Marquez. Tried to set it up, but the Warriors standing tall along that front line. Pushes their lead back to 4, 9-5. Jumped out to a 4-0 advantage here in set 3. And we'll get a timeout on the court called by Eagles acting head coach Noah McConville. Again, if you're just joining us on the Rochester Sports Network, Stephen McDonald here with you. First-year head coach Alyssa Surowitz in the house for our game between the Warriors and the Eagles, but not sitting on the bench with her squad this afternoon. It's graduate assistant Noah McConville serving as acting head coach this afternoon. We'll step aside and come right back with the rest of set number 3 between the Warriors and the Eagles on the Rochester Sports Network. .5 our score, Warriors in the lead. As I mentioned before the timeout, really the first time we've gotten to see them play with much of a lead this afternoon. Just really feel like they've come out with a lot more energy in this third set. Looks like Roraff and McGregor sub out for the Warriors. For Marquez. Quick touch from Stovall made its way across. As the Eagles cutting into that deficit a bit. Dyson Haver under it. Set up by Marquez. Dyson Haver back on it again. They'll send it across for Mack. Olivia Francis checks back in, number 4 in black. Fernandez sends it over. Warriors looking to attack on the return. Kept alive as Costello gets to it with a drive, and the Warriors able to convert. Looks like they're checking on the score across court at the scorer's table. In arena, it currently shows 11-8. They'll reset it to 12-7. Romero sets it up for Stovall. As Marquez checks back in. Marquez came into play this afternoon averaging just about 2.5 kills per set. Another point for the Eagles. Again, trying to just close this gap a bit in set number 3. Judson taking set 1, 25-15, and set 2, 25-9. Able to dig it out, but not much doing after that. For the serve from Jamilis Fernandez, Eagles making sure everyone's on the same page. But the serve not cooperating. (14-10) Warriors in set number 3. Costello serve. And the point for the Warriors. Pushes their advantage back up to 5. They've led 4-0 to start the set. Also had a 10-5 edge here in set 3. And now lead it by 6. Lindsey Paulson coming back in for the Eagles. A freshman from Sharon, Wisconsin. As that attack goes long. Paulson also a graduate of Bigfoot High School in Sharon, Wisconsin. As that attack goes right at Costello, just too hot to handle. But the Warriors still with a 6-point advantage here in set 3. Sent over by Francis. On the return, cross court, but just off the mark. Looks like Kara Wickland for Judson. Lawler on top of it. And the point for Judson. Looked like a couple of substitutions were ready to go for the Eagles. They'll head back to their bench. As that serve played long and off to the left. And we'll get a timeout called on the floor. 19-12, our score. Warriors in front in set number 3, looking to pick up a set win to keep this thing rolling on a Saturday afternoon on the Rochester Sports Network. Our score, set 3 between the Rochester Warriors and the Judson Eagles on the Rochester Sports Network. I'm Stephen MacDonald. Dyson Haver to serve. Eagles leading the match 2-0. Warriors looking to stay alive in their home opener. Carly Roraff checks back in. Looks like she'll sub in for McGregor. Lawler trying to set it up on the left side. Lawler with 23 assists on the afternoon. As that ball just long off that back line, didn't miss it by much. And just dropping it in right along that front row. All of a sudden, the Judson Eagles not going quietly in set 3. A kill by Fernandez, an attacking error by Ross, and now an attacking error by Mack has allowed the Eagles to get back in it. But ending that run and getting a point back are the Warriors. And just as we said at the beginning of set 3, that 4-0 run out of the gate by the Warriors was important to get off to a hot start after really struggling, it seemed like, the first 2 sets. Just as important there to end that quick run by the Eagles. Costello sets it up. Francis was able to get it over. In attendance at our match this afternoon is women's basketball head coach Jared Ocampo. Had a chance to chat with him pregame down on the court as the Eagles come right back. Got to talk with him about the upcoming season, which will begin in early November. I believe, if I remember correctly, November 3rd is the first home game for the basketball programs this season. Just kind of punched across by Warner. And the point for the Eagles. Staying alive in set 3. Looking to come back and close it out and go 3-0 on the afternoon. Warriors trying to take set 3 and keep their day alive. Needing now just 2 points to go to a 4th set. That last point stopping back-to-back kills from Jamilis Fernandez. Then a kill by Olivia Francis made it 23-18. Now 23-19 on a kill from Fernandez. So number 1 in blue trying to keep her team in this 3rd set. Lawler sets it up. Costello gets to it for the Warriors. Then Geisenhaver with the cross-court shot. Geisenhaver with the kill just a moment ago. And there you have it. The Warriors take set 3 by a 25-19 score. Able to keep their afternoon going. We'll take a quick break once again. 25-19. Your score in set 3, 2-1. Now the match score between the Warriors and the Eagles on the Rochester Sports Network. Both teams making their way back out for set number 4. Warriors and the Eagles on the Rochester Sports Network. Stephen McDonald here with you. Warriors were able to take set 3 by a 25-19 score in their home opener for the 2023 season. Again, their next match will come Friday, September 1st against Kentucky Christian at the Siena Heights Labor Day tournament. For the Eagles, their next matchup will be Wednesday, August 30th against Roosevelt in Chicago, Illinois. As the first point of set number 4 goes to the Warriors, going back to that third set, that's really where things got started for this Rochester team. Got out to a 4-0 start in set number 3, and really from there never looked back. Also held a 10-5 lead, and at one point a 19-12 advantage. Mack gets it over. Dyson Haver set it up well. Lawler now back for Warner. Warner started out the day hot, had 3 assists in the early going of that very first set. And a point for Rochester on a really nice rally between the two teams. It will be Warner to serve. Costello gets to it for Warner. Dyson Haver coming from that back row. Set up by Warner. On the drive was Francis. Controlled by Judson. One more time for Warner. And finally finished off by Jassa Ross. And just like set 3, the Warriors jumping out early in set 4 with a 3-0 advantage. Charlotte Warner once again to serve. Warner, a sophomore on this Warriors team. As she gets it over to Costello. Francis able to get it across. Cross-court attack. Warriors did well to defend that initial attacking effort. But the first point of set 4 for the Eagles. "15 assists for Charlotte Warner, number 5 in black this afternoon. As Lawler sets it up. Got returned out in front. Mack gets to it. Now Francis on the attack. A bit of misdirection as Fernandez went to go give it a drive. But a point for the Warriors as Courtney Mack will serve. A freshman for this Warriors team, played her club volleyball for attack. As she gets it over to Warner. Now Francis on the attacking effort. Costello got a right hand to it. Kept it alive. Eagles cut the deficit in half, now 4-2 in set 4. as they go back to back, bringing it back to a 1-point fourth set. As they give an attacking error to Geisenhaver. Lawler gets under it for Fernandez. As Judson able to tie us up at 4 here in set number 4. Attack error against Ashley Horn. Horn, a really big part of that third set for the Warriors, especially in her serving efforts. As Olivia Francis gets the kill from Charlotte Warner. Warner with another assist on the afternoon. The Warriors have really gone as she's gone here this afternoon, especially in these latter 2 sets. On the other side for the Eagles, it's been Lindsay Lawler with 27 assists on the match. Had a career average of just about 6 assists per set, averaging just over 8 per set this afternoon. Looks like Fernandez will serve. Quick touch from Warner. Sets up the point for the Warriors. As Emily Carroll checks back in, as does Mackenzie Kiefer. And trying to lunge to that ball was Ashley Horn. Costello plays it into the net, kept alive by the Warriors with Geisenhaver. And the point to Rochester. Courtney Mack comes in for Ashley Horn. A couple rookies swapping out for head coach Juliana Gutenecht. Tracking it down and just finding the corner as Geisenhaver just couldn't get back to it. Eight-7 our score here in set 4. Played up into the netting and kind of pointing to herself saying, "My bad," was Courtney Mack. As that draws us even at 8. Courtney Mack, back in her high school days, lettered in volleyball, softball, and basketball at Dansville High School. Costello digs it out. On the drive by Geisenhaver. Returning is Wickland. Picked up by Kiefer. And finished off well, looks like Courtney Mack. As Jassa Ross comes in. Serving was Roe Raff. And another point to the Rochester Warriors. Roe Raff will look to serve it again. A sophomore from Divine Child. Also played her club volleyball with Triple Threat, as she's a psychology major here at Rochester. As Emily Carroll gets the latest tally. And we'll get the serve once more from Carly Roraff. Before the attack by Wickland, point to Rochester. And just like going back to that third set, the serving ability of Ashley Horn really got things going the way of Rochester in that third set. Same thing with Carly Roraff here in set 4. At that point, ending that quick run by Rochester. 12-9 our score in set number 4. Carroll plays it long and strong. Quickly back in comes Francis and Charlotte Warner. Warner will serve it up in just a moment. Warner came into play this afternoon with 48 assists on the year. As that ball goes long. So far, Warner with 18 assists for her efforts here today. Picked up by Geisenhaver. Quick touch by Ross, got it over the top. Warner gets underneath it for Francis. And then Jassa Ross finding that open space right in the middle of that Eagles defense. Brings our score to 15-9. And acting head coach Noah McConville has seen enough for the Eagles. He calls timeout. 15-9 our score, middle of set 4 between the Warriors and the Eagles on the Rochester Sports Network. In set 4 between the Rochester Warriors and the Judson Eagles, Eagles were able to cut it to 11-9 on a kill by Lindsey Paulson from Lindsay Lawler. But since then, it's been a kill from Emily Carroll, an attack error from Fernandez, a kill by Jassa Ross, and then another kill from Ross made it 15-9, which sent us to the timeout. As Fernandez gets the kill from Lawler. For Lawler, that's assist number 32 on the day. As Fernandez gets the attack going. Eagles really did well controlling those first 2 sets. But now the Warriors so far able to respond in set 3. Took set 3 25-19, and out in front in set 4. Their lead, however, diminishing since the timeout, but an excellent response. Check that point for Judson. So all of a sudden, the Eagles responding with a run of their own. It was 15-9 at that timeout just a moment ago. Now 15-13. Geisenhaver gets to it. Francis tried to just take a rocket across as that's played long. Warriors head coach Juliana Gutenecht just telling her team to settle down a bit. They were in control of this set, but now slowly allowing Judson to chip away. Courtney Mack to serve. As that ball goes well long from Ariadna Marquez. Warriors lead gets pushed back to 3. After Judson was able to get back to within 1, it was 15-14. And after a quick spurt by the Warriors, now 17-15 is our score. Ashley Horn comes back in. For Horn, had a season-high 5 digs in the match against Oakland City. (17-15) our score in set number 4. As that serve goes into the netting. Diaz Vega with the service error. Costello to serve for the Warriors. Lawler gets it to Fernandez. Costello digs it out. Quick touch across for McGregor. On the attack was Judson. Warriors did well defensively out in front. Geisenhaver sends it across. Nice, easy setup for Francis. Had it deflected in front. Now Fernandez popped up in the air by Warner. Kept alive for Horn. And just trying to keep it alive was Charlotte Warner, unable to do so. And a hard-earned point for the Judson Eagles. As Fernandez sets back to serve, her team down a pair. Warner setting up the attack. Geisenhaver coming all the way across that front row. Gets it from Costello. With a drive, dug out there by Horn for Francis. Lawler setting it up one more time, coming in as the Warriors just able to get it over. Tapping it forward, doing well with it was Warner. Still alive for Costello. Warner one more time for Geisenhaver. And the quick strike falls for the Eagles. Absolutely fantastic sequence from both sides. The Eagles finally able to get it to drop in. 18-17 we play on set number 4. Horn gets it to Warner. Francis with the attack and the point for the Warriors. And that duo of Warner and Francis really going back to set 3 has really come alive for the Warriors as of late. As they get it to Geisenhaver, strong left hand. One-point differential between the Warriors and the Eagles. 19-18 our score. Judson looking to close out the afternoon. Warriors looking to stay alive for one more set. Picked up by Costello for Geisenhaver. Bit of a change up there. And we are all knotted up at 19 apiece. And we'll get a timeout on the court called by Coach Gutenecht. 19 all, set 4 between the Warriors and the Eagles on the Rochester Sports Network. All in set number 4 between the Rochester Warriors and the Judson Eagles. Stephen McDonald here with you from Garth Pleasant Arena on the campus of Rochester University. It's welcome weekend on the campus of Rochester University. New this year in Warriors Athletics is the new team store online at Rochester U Warriors/team-store. You can check that out for all your Warriors apparel. As out of the timeout, the Eagles able to take advantage and claim a 1-point lead. Looking to close out the day on the Warriors here on the home opener for the Rochester Warriors. You can also stay up to date on all Rochester Warriors athletics news at RU Warriors on Twitter, now known as X, as well as Instagram, same name in both locations. And just like that, out of the timeout, a 3-0 spurt by the Judson Eagles. Costello, as they're able to get it into the front. Blocked well by the Warriors. As Horn looked to get it into that front row. And another point for the Judson Eagles. And another timeout on the floor. 23-19 is our score. Set number 4 from Garth Pleasant Arena. We'll step aside once more on the Rochester Sports Network. Looks like Emily Wiley to serve, number 3 in blue. 23-19, set number 4. As that drops in right inside the line, 23-20. As the serve goes back to the Warriors with number 3, Madeline Geisenhaver. Geisenhaver in her usual number 3 this afternoon. Started the year wearing number 32. I was told that was a uniform issue that they had to start the year. 24-20. Judson Eagles. Mack gets it to the front. Comes back to her. Lawler sets it up. And very alert. Warriors let that go out. Able to stay alive and get the serve back in their favor. As Carly Roraff comes in to serve. As her serve goes into the netting, that'll do it. 25-21, the final score in set 4. The Judson Eagles come to Garth Pleasant Arena, take this matchup by a final of 3-1. Your scores 25-15, 25-9, 25-19, and 25-21. The Eagles improved to 2-1 on the year. The Warriors, meanwhile, dropped to 0-5 on the 2023 campaign. The Warriors' next match will come Friday, September 1st against Kentucky Christian at the Siena Heights Labor Day tournament. And for the Eagles, their next matchup is Wednesday, August 30th against Roosevelt in Chicago, Illinois. So for our SID, Hussein Murray, I'm Stephen McDonald saying so long from Garth Pleasant Arena, where the final score one final time, the Judson Eagles 3, your Rochester Warriors 1. This has been a presentation of the Rochester Sports Network.